The things that are truth. Scientific truths are proven by formulas. Philosophical truth is proven by reason, intuition. That's why, of course, you have scientific truth. And then you have to talk of truth beyond reason. It means that it is reasoned out. But now reason could be based on a definition of something that we do know, right? Like you saying that this is universal definition of good or bad. But remember that one man's meat could be another man's poison. What they eat in China is Africa. In my hometown in Cameroon, we don't eat that. So many a times we cannot put all the things in the same place. So which means that truth becomes relative based on the reasoning of the culture in that particular point in time at that time. Okay? So there are a lot of things that are changing. A lot of things that we have to know, a lot that we don't even know. Knowing truth is so important. For most of us, especially for me, I'll say most of us, the African, grew up in Africa. Most of what we learned in school are just lies. Sorry to say that, but yeah. We learned a lot of lies in school. A lot. We learned to memorize. We're just being told what we have to learn. We never learned to ask questions. We all just wanted answers. Just learn the shortcut to everything. Yeah. So we've learned a lot of lies. And the most difficult thing that we are facing right now is unlearning these things that we've learned. Now to learn, to relearn the things that we have to learn. One is even accepting that you have to unlearn, accepting that you've learned wrong. Many of us are just comforted in the places we are. I'm okay with this. I'm fine with the status quo. That's why we settle for less for the most part. Simply because we don't know truth. Truth is bad. Yeah. The day we begin to know truth, the day we begin to live truth, things change on us. A lot. And truth is not what you say. Because people don't say truth. When you learn to listen with your mind and not with your ears, then your ways will speak truth, not your mouth. It is so important. Do you know that if you were born and you were told that this dress is white, right? You will grow up calling this color white. True? Yeah. Imagine you're born, you're given a name, you're given a tribe, you're given a culture, you're given friends, you're given schools, everything you've been given. So imagine if this entire curriculum was one that was formulated to just give you. You get me? Just like the curriculum you have in school, you didn't develop that. Someone developed that curriculum and said, hey, teach them this. For those of my brothers and sisters out there who went to school or who are going to school in Cameroon, I mean, now it's even better. I don't know the curriculum now. I mean, I'm talking about secondary school. We used to learn things like fishing in Sweden, iron ore in some country. You never learn about any industry in Cameroon besides CDC. And there was not much we knew about it. You will learn about some 4 seasons in America, but you never ever know even when the dry and the rainy season starts and ends in Cameroon. We only taught the things that they were told to teach us. We learn more about our colonial masters than even learning about our own local heroes. Okay? I am from the generation of end of Aijo and Bia. At least I know those two, but there were other people who have played a very political role in this country. even before independence. You're not taught about them. As a matter of fact, most of us Cameroonians, our history is limited just to independence. Most of us can only know as far back as this century. Most of us can only trace our families maybe at most 3, 4, 5 generations back. When most of you, I'm talking Africans, Cameroonians especially, you will get to know the extent of your history. You understand who your ancestors were. You understand the traits that exist in your family. Because the reason you're here now, something about you has resisted a lot of other things. Many have died from epidemics. Many couldn't survive hungers and so many things. So what is it in you that has survived up to this time? Find out. Believe me. Learn your history. The typical American, even the African American here, can trace their grandparents to some farm for those who came here through slavery. Okay? At least they have that. They can say, well, my great-great-grand was this, he owned this, he used to fight, they can say that. So if you see somebody in the family who is a boxer, don't doubt him. Promote that, you don't know. Most of us are reliving lives that have probably lived before. We don't even know. There are things about some of us that we were not taught. But 2, 3, 4, 5 generations back, they were that. What do you think it is? You've just been cut off from that. Because if you know your history, then you will know where your strengths are. You will know your weaknesses. You will know how to choose your battles. When you know the truth, you know everything. Everything. That's what I talk of being enlightened. You become enlightened. These are things that people will want to give you just in tips, in bits, so they make money out of it. That's why you go to school, you have to learn from 1 grade to... But today we have kids at 12 years old who graduate from university, right? You have kids who graduate from university and high school at the same time. What about if that was the norm? Why do we feel that it's not the norm? Believe me. Why do we feel it's not the norm? Do you know that if you were made to believe that, okay, you know what, you only had 3 years to learn this, you will learn that? To succeed in this way, you will do that? There is something called Parkinson's law. What it explains is that we distribute work based on the time we're given. Okay? They tell you that, do this, clear this place in 20 minutes and versus 1 minute. You can get them all done. Well, you space it out based on that time. And that's what is happening to us. If we had learned already that no, getting a bachelor's is something that you would get at the age of 15, we would. So all I'm trying to tell you is that every truth you need is in you. You are truth. You are the truth. Whatever else it is the definition of what that truth is, but may not be the truth. I don't know if I'm making sense here. So listen again. You need to know truth, but truth is bad. But maybe bad is good. Maybe bad is not bad, right? It's all about the definitions and the relationships you have to that definition. Those are 2 things that govern us. Definitions and the relationships we have to those definitions. So see how you define definitions yourself, but with a common goal that you are living the truth, you are truth. Because when you do that, then you are with God, yourself. That self in you that tells you to do good, to be good. Do good not because you would go to heaven. Do good not because you expect to have 70 times 70 virgins once you go to afterlife. Do good because it is good to do good. Simple. That's what you call the common goodwill. That's what we should be living by. See you later for another.